Hello, everybody. Hello, we're here to play some more Minecraft after our time on Monday. We're going to jump back in where we left off, and I'd like to finish the house today, or at least get like most of it finished. And I think we'll also do some mining for resources and get some of that situated. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back into it. There we go. We're back. There's our noodle. Our in-game noodle. The real noodle is currently on my lap. Noodle, would you like to say hi? No, you're still microphone shy? Okay. Well, let's see here. We were trying to figure out a few things. We got our porch started. I might have to pull this back a little bit so that it makes more sense to have these stairs here. We got these chickens. We need to get some crops and other things figured out. And then... let's see, I'll probably do like a gable barn roof just because that's my favorite kind of roof to do and I find it really easy. It really just elevates the build a little bit and gives it a little more character without too much effort, so I really like that. We need to find sand and get some sand cooking up so that we have glass for windows. So let's see. We have a beach up here that we can head to get sand. There's also, is this, it's a Mediterranean forest region, and that's calcite? It's just a ton of calcite there? Okay. That's nice. But yeah, let's see. I guess let's make some shovels and then we'll go get some sand to start smelting. Okay, you guys be good. I'll be back. Cabbages! I think we have cabbage seeds at home, but it's always nice to have more. So, if you weren't here last time, we are playing a modded Minecraft. So we have things like Biomes O Plenty and Farmer's Delight, which is why we have, like, flowers and stuff, giant flowers over there. But we're just kind of hanging out and we're doing a chill time. Like, this isn't hardcore. There's no major dungeons or anything. We're just here and we're chilling and we're having a good time. This is what you join the stream for, is me mining up sand. A lot of sand. Okay, that should be enough sand for now. I do want to hop over here just because we have this here. And I want to get some dark oak because I am a little bit of a hoarder in Minecraft, and I really like just having multiple options for wood types when building. So I'm gonna take this skinny one here. I dropped no saplings. Oh. Hello. We got 2 saplings. Hello, Enderman. Don't steal my blocks around my house. Thank you. If you're curious as to why the vanilla biomes look this way, because I don't think that, oh god, there's a creeper. I don't think that Biomes O Plenty really does anything with the vanilla biomes, but I do have a mod installed. I think it's called, I don't remember what it's called. I'll eventually post like the mod pack and stuff in like my Discord and things once I get that all set up. And then you guys can see all the mods that are in it. But yeah, I basically have a mod that does something a little different with the generation of the vanilla biomes, just so that it kind of matches the vibe of Biomes O Plenty. Because Biomes O Plenty biomes have a lot of like diversity in how their trees and everything look, and sometimes the vanilla biomes don't add up to that. So we do have that in there as well. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called Geophilic, but I don't remember. Okay, so we got our cabbages, we got some beetroot, and we got our sand, and we got some dark oak saplings. Only 6, but that's okay. That's a good start. We didn't get blown up by a creeper, so I consider that a win. Look, Orlando's in the chat. I have returned, chickies. Okay, let's get some of our sand smelted up. Now, I think just because we already have a lot of color going on already with the pink and the purpley wood, I think I'm going to use oak as like a roof trim to kind of break up the bright colors a little bit and go back to some like natural wood tone. So we need to make some stairs. And some slabs. About 24 of them. Just some extra stairs just in case. Okay. Gonna use our sand kind of as a scaffolding block. Gonna eat some bread first. like a barn roof is actually pretty simple to make happen because you just do stair, upside down stair, block, stair, upside down stair, block, stair, upside down stair, block. And then at this point, I usually like to we'll do another stair and an upside down stair, and then we'll switch to our slabs. And just kind of make our way to the center. Did I make this an even? I thought I tried to make it odd, but maybe I made it even. That's okay, I guess. I think that's the halfway point. So that's the end of this area. Just come back over here and we do stair, upside down stair, block, stair, upside down stair, block, stair, upside down stair, block, stair, upside down stair, slab, block. And that'll be our roof shape. It's not quite as barn-like as I would have liked. I probably could have added like another block on top of this and then given it a little bit more round on top, but I kind of like the shape that we're working with here, so we're gonna go with it. One of the things I miss about my usual Survivor world is Swift Sneak. I hate ancient cities, but I try to make a habit of going to at least one ancient city per playthrough. Ah, man. Just to get Swift Sneak, because it makes building so much easier, in my opinion. Well, it's not necessarily easier, but it makes it a lot faster, because you don't have to be crouched on the roof and go slowly block by block. You can just walk over at a regular pace. Okay. So that is gonna be our roof shape. Now we'll probably want to do something about the fact that we have, like, a bit of a gap here, because if you see, if I were to just take the roof over and then just build this wall up, we'd have this gap here. So we're gonna have to do something to, like, fill in this gap and give it a little bit more something. But we'll worry about that once the actual roof is in. And our glass is done. Which means we can make panes. Although, I might want to make them white panes. So we might have to go... I have some bones, but we're saving those for Doggo. So... maybe we could do light gray with the oxide daisies? So we have oxide daisies just lying around, so we could easily do that for the light gray. Which I don't think would be too much different. Let's do the light gray, just because we have the flowers to make it easily available. Hello, sheep. Oh. There. I don't think that's too bad. Need you to get out of the window. This is regrettable. That makes me angry. Okay. Okay, so now we have our windows. That's great, that's lovely. Add a little bit of a darkness tint to like the outside, but I think that'll be okay. I think that'll be fine. Now we'll want more of our mahogany for the inner roof block, like the inside bit. Maybe I should have put a tree chopper mod in here. And Noodle! I guess she's protecting me from creepers, so we'll allow it. add a shield. I have a mod on that hides the shield unless you're blocking, so that it's not breaking up my vision. And sometimes I forget it's there. Is hello, real life noodle. Oh, Noodle brought me a rabbit hide. How sweet. Excuse me while I adjust. I know my chair is loud. The noodle demands lap. Okay, so we're gonna need some stairs. And we're gonna need some slabs. Gonna leave, I think, a block. No, actually, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We're just gonna bring this over. Gonna need some more mahogany. if I'm not talking as much. Like I said, this is just supposed to be a chill gameplay. We're just hanging out, we're vibing, so sometimes I might talk as much because sometimes I just go nonverbal and let the Minecraft lead me where it wants to go. Hello, Nando. Nanjo. Nanjod. We'll go with Nanjo. Hi, Nanjo. Oh, hi, Mason. Welcome to the stream. We're just hanging out. Building a house out of pretty blocks and biomes aplenty. Thanks for tuning in, hanging out. Block hanging out down there. I didn't recognize you from your username. I'm bad at reading on a good day. Well, that's kind of true, also kind of not true. I'm good at reading, but I'm not always good at the comprehending part. Need more wood. My axe is about to break. Yep, there it went. That was a pickaxe! I am not awake. My brain did not clock in for this session. Excuse me, sheep. Kind of doing things. to get a sheep pen soon so I can get some carpets on the side of this thing so that when I go collect the eggs, I don't have to keep going through the gates. I risk my chickens escaping. Okay, that ought to do it on the mahogany. Only I learned how to count. My poor shovel, constantly being forced to break sand after I place it. What am I here for? I have another shovel. Slabs. Who invited you guys? I have no armor. We're not accepting visitors. The house isn't even done yet. Wasn't that nice? By the way, these ominous bottles, the whole not getting bad omen when you kill, I am a pincushion. Jeez. Oh, and I got a crossbow. That's neat. But yeah, these whole ominous bottles and not getting bad omen when you kill the guys, best thing that Minecraft's done in years. I swear to God. I need more bread. There is nothing more annoying than when you go to a village, casually, just to grab some resources and do some stuff, and you find out that you have bad omen, and it ruins the vibe. It truly does. It ruins the vibe. But we don't do that anymore. Okay, and that is our roof done. For the most part, we might do some detailing work up here. But I want to get our walls all closed up. So we're going to focus on that. We're going to get this part closed up first. It's dark in here. I only have one torch, but I'm going to put it like right here. Just to keep the monsters out. Don't leave your tree litter on the floor, kids. It's very irresponsible. By the way, I have like subtitles on in the game. It's not necessarily for hard of hearing, although I guess if you are hard of hearing and you're watching the game, I guess that helps. It's actually just because sometimes I don't play without headphones. Oh, bye, Mason. Thank you for checking in. But sometimes I don't feel like playing with headphones because the headphones overstimulate me, like having them on my head. So I have subtitles on for when that happens, but sometimes I forget to turn them off. And you know what? Oftentimes I forget to turn them off. So they just, you know, we're chilling. It's also really handy for when you go into like the ancient city because I have terrible attention span. And sometimes I forget how many times I've set off a shrieker, but the subtitles actually give you, they give you different prompts based on, how many times you set it off. Like it'll say the warden approaches or, something else, but yeah. I just find that really handy to know because I am constantly setting off shrinkers whenever I go into an ancient city, and I'm usually only there for Swift Sneak. And I'm not there to start nothing, but regardless, I'm terrible at not setting off the shrieker. Noodle, you have to make up your mind. Do you want to be in the chair or not? Keep switching up on me. Here, go up here. Definitely gotta bring it up to here on the sides. Oh. Don't know if you're gonna go there yet. Okay, and then we're gonna bring it up here. We're gonna do something about this, I promise. Nobody freak out. Okay, I think we're gonna need a window here, but since I accidentally made it even, I'm not sure how I want to do that yet, so... I don't like playing on evens. I like playing on odds. Okay, so that's filled in now. Again, we will fix that bit later, but we want to get this outside part first. Other thing that I really want to do is I want to go find cherry wood, because I think it would complement the mahogany and the jacaranda really well. And I think it would be a good accent. So I'd like to go and find cherry wood, but I haven't the slightest idea where to begin looking for it. But for now, we have house. We have house. We don't have door. I guess I can make a temporary door. This is a temporary door. Okay, so we definitely need to go mining because, as you can see, I am naked. Not like literally, I'm not actually naked, but I do not have armor. And we are already getting violent visitors that are coming for my ankles. So we're gonna have to do something about that. So we're gonna have to go get some iron. And maybe even some diamond if we can get that far down. I don't know how far down the cave that we visited last time goes, but if we can get down to diamond, I'm sorry, I just bird. If we can get that far down and get diamonds, then that'll be great. But if not, then iron would just be a nice upgrade from literally nothing. So let's go and find us some iron. We're gonna have to start with, well, first we're gonna have to go to sleep, but then we're also gonna need more torches. I do have a mod that gives me night vision that I can toggle, which is nice because then you guys can see and it's not as dark everywhere in the caves. But I still prefer to carry torches with me just because then not as many spooky scaries come out. So let's just make like a stack of torches. We have our waystone to get us out of any trouble. We have 2 shovels, 3 pickaxes, and an axe. Maybe I should make a sword with my 2 iron that I have. That way we at least have some protection. Or like something to fight with that's not stone. Okay. The house is a little bit in its ugly phase at the moment. Don't worry about it. We will be back and fix it, okay? But we gotta get some mining stuff done. It's the other half of the game. We've done some crafting, we need to do the mining. Magical forest that doesn't provide any magical dogs. Okay. So this is the cave that we went into on Monday. We just popped down really quickly just to pick up some rudimentary iron because I needed a stone cutter. And I thought that was a valuable use of my first couple of pieces of iron. But now we need a lot more. We need a lot more than just iron, too. We need to make sure we get some coal so that we can smelt things. We might pick up some copper. I don't currently have a use for copper, because, let's be real, copper armor and copper tools suck. If we get real desperate and we can't find anything down here... I should have brought some wood with me. I did it dumb. It's fine. So yeah, if we get real desperate and we can't find enough iron to make any armor, then we can go ahead and use copper. But I would prefer if we just skipped straight to the iron, because it's better in every way. Oh, I forgot to turn on my night vision. Hold on. There you go. And now we can see all the creepers coming to blow us up. Exciting. I think that just makes it a little easier for you guys to see. Because I know sometimes, without like things like all bright, it can be really hard in video capture to see in the caves. So the night vision helps. That's a lot of dudes. It's a whole heckin' lot of dudes. And they're all coming for my toes. Ah, fight. One of y'all's gonna have to get closer. Ooh, music disc, haha. I'm gonna die. Cannot die on stream. That would be so embarrassing. Out the creeper. Really need to get some better food. Why are there so many skeletons? Oh my god. You know what? Screw that big cave. I know it's probably got tons of resources in it, but we're not gonna go that way because that's terrifying. We're gonna go this way. No armor and subpar food. I just don't think I can handle that big of a cave right now, so it's fine. Ooh, blue moss. In the Biomes O Plenty mod, they added cave things too. There is trigger warning for those of you who are like me and arachnophobic. There are spider caves in this mod pack. I don't like them. I will avoid them at all costs. But just so you know, they exist. Okay. Gotta get better at switching from my FOV, but it's fine. FOV? Is that the right terminal? POV, that's what I was thinking. Anyway, blue moss. Blue moss is fun. Don't want to go towards the lava. Doesn't sound like a fun time. Okay, there's a zombie. I can handle one zombie in a tight corridor. I say I can handle one zombie in a tight corridor and then immediately get hit, but it's fine. Look, a geode! That's fun. Can use some magical amethyst crystals in our builds. Gold. I cannot mine it yet because I don't have an iron pick. Also, cannot parkour for crap. Okay. Okie dokie. I think we've got a decent haul of iron. We got 44. That should be enough to make some tools and some armor, and then we can come back down here and we can try getting more resources later. Once we have some better food and stuff. Always need more coal. Torch spam's not gonna spam itself. Should I take the mushroom? Okie dokie. No, no, there's creepers. I just want to go home. Haven't had enough time to torch spam everything. Nope, go away, Skelly. Nope. Nope. Don't want any. No, thank you. Okay. Successful venture, I think. Get that iron smelting up. And then we will be much, much safer. Okay, while the iron is smelting, we should start making a crop field. Because, as I said, we have Farmer's Delight in this mod pack, which means we have a lot of options for crop growth, but we are currently living on bread, which is not optimal. We need to get more options available. So I would like to make a sheep and a cow pen, and then I would also like to get us a crop farm started. So let's make a hoe. And we're gonna do a cute little trick I've started doing. Okay, first we need to clear out an area. Maybe over here would be a good spot. It's a little far away, but since we do live in this kind of little divot, we can fill it in a little bit too. Get these shrubs out of the way. Fill in this hole a little bit. now we start our crop farm. One, two, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I like to do with my crop farms as just a little something extra is I like to leave these corners out, and I'll show you why. The reason why we leave these corners out is because what I like to do is actually turn these corners into infinite water source. Just adding these stairs. You could put slabs in here if you want to. I don't, but you could do that if you want to. So now we have these, and we're gonna take our water source that's here, and we're gonna hop over to this river. Hopefully not get ambushed by creepers. Okay, and then we do that. And now it's an infinite water source. Now we can put that back so the crops get their water. Now we have 4 infinite water sources. And now anytime we need water, like say if we were going to expand this crop farm upwards or something, then we have infinite water sources to rely on for that. And I just find it nice and convenient because then I don't have to go running around wondering where water source is, and I don't have to like rush around and figure that out. I can just simply get one from my crop field. Okay, now we want to grab our seeds. It's got beetroot. Do not have potato as far as I can tell, but that is fine. We will find potato. We'll also need pumpkin. Let's grab 2 more melon. Okay, and then we get some beetroot. As I said last time, beetroot is actually super useful in... I might want to add another one there, but it's fine. Beetroot is actually super useful in Farmer's Delight because it gives you salads, and salads give you regen when you eat them. It's only for a few seconds, but it can make the difference when you're like in a fight and your back's up against the wall, like when I was down in the caves. So that's our pumpkins and melons. Get some carrots. These carrots sides are also important. Our onions. We can go get some more onions in a bit. Cabbages. Also really important ingredient in salads, so we want to make sure we have a decent bit of those. We might actually make a different area for our tomatoes, just because tomatoes can actually grow vertical. So I like to make it like a little vine area for them to grow on. I think we could actually probably do it like right here, and then I could put the fences behind here, and then that could be our vertical tomato growing vine area. Because I think this water source can't reach this area, but these two should be able to. So I think that'll work. Okay, let's go grab a bit more onion. I know there was some onion around here somewhere. Because you just have to look for where there's alliums. You guys have any onions? Oh. Okay. Oh, there's white here. I could have used these for my windows, but that's okay. Blah! Surprise zombie was surprising. The onions this direction. Might have to go over to the field. I know I've seen onions around here, so I probably am just going in the wrong direction. Turtle! Hello. One time when I was playing in I was playing a realm with my friends from college, and I think it was... No, it was after the ocean one came out. I think it was just before the nether one came out, but we were all parked. There's surface iron right here. What the heck? We were all parked in this little bay area, right? And the bay got tons and tons of turtles. And I just started breeding turtles like crazy. It got so bad that I actually got told not to breed any more turtles because I was causing so much lag every time they all hatched. What can I say? I just like turtles. I know there were onions around here somewhere. What the heck? Am I delusional? I might be delusional. Yes, the turtlening, or I think we called it the hatchening. There they are. There's the onions. They were right there the whole time. No, I don't think Mason was in that realm, because that, Mason is a friend from the local game store. And he wasn't... I didn't know him at that time, so no, he wasn't on that realm. Okay, so our crop field is built except for our... I need to put somewhere the cocoa bean somewhere, so I'm gonna hold on to that actually. We need to build the tomato thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some fences. We'll do, I don't know how many spots are over there, but maybe 12 is enough. That should be enough. And then to go over the top, no, there's no one named Mason in that realm. We had a Nelson. Nelson was in that realm. He was actually the owner of the realm. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. And then we take, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay, so I need a few more fences. I'm a bit of a menace on, like, realms and servers in general, just because I have no chill. I have no chill. I'm not like a griefer. I don't go on and, like, grief your stuff. I am just a bit of a goofball, and I also have no boundaries. I will go into your house, and I might take some of your shit. I will try to replace it. I will try to replace it if I can. But if you have, like, say, a wood type that I need, I will go into your stuff and I will find your saplings. And I'll do it. I have no shame. If you're online, then I'll ask first, obviously. Because I'm not a terrible person. But I am just a bit of a menace. Especially when it comes to, like, collecting animals and stuff. Because I also have a habit of collecting an unhealthy amount of llamas. I mean, the wandering traders just bring them to my house, so I figure it's a gift. I might as well accept the gift, right? That would be rude not to. So then people are like, why do you have so many llamas? It's causing the server lag. Can't you just, like, kill them? And I'm like, no. Why would I kill my friends? So that's why I'm a bit of a menace on servers, but I promise it's not out of anything malicious. I'm just autistic. That's all there is to it. Okay, so our iron should be done smelting, which means now we can suit up. Heck yeah! We are now protected, which means we probably won't die as often. Probably. Anyway, so now we just need to worry about our food situation. And we probably want to set up a little kitchen area in here. I'm thinking this wall back here would be a good spot to put the kitchen. I might I'm debating heavily on putting a chimney over here, in which case I'll take out these windows and then this wall will become chimney. But I really think right here is a good spot for our kitchen area. Now to make the stove in Farmer's Delight, let me just pull up. As you can see, we have like kitchen cabinets and we have a stove that we can make to cook our stuff on, and we need bricks for that. So we're gonna have to go gather some clay. It is currently nighttime, so we're going to sleep first. I don't like the dark. I'm a little scaredy cat. No offense, Noodle. And we are gonna need some clay. I'm actually gonna go over to this little lake area over here because I think that's a good area to find some clay. All this yummy calcites over here too. I'm definitely gonna have to use that in a future build. We'll expand our little farm area. Like, we'll start small because I am not a mega builder, as I said in the last stream. I am more of a little cozy cottage builder, and that is okay. But you know, we'll expand our base as needed. Like, we'll probably make a little barn area for our animals. We'll make a little enchanting area. We need to make a gazebo for our waystone. So, like, there will be other builds besides just this house, so don't you even worry about it. Usually by the time I'm done, or like I feel done with a world, it's like a sprawling village of its own. And it's taken on a life of its own. So, if you're like, wow, this is a really dinky base area, it's not very, like, exciting, it'll get better, I promise. It will become more. Oh, there were also onions over here. I do this every time. I'm like, I need to go get a thing. Go in the complete opposite direction and spin around in circles for hours. Okay, so we need 4 bricks per... Sorry. 4 bricks per brick block. And there's 4 there, so that's 4 times 4 is 16. If I'm doing my math right. So we'll cook 16. We will also need a couple for our cook pot. So we'll need 2 for that. So we'll get that cooking up. I grabbed this sugar cane. And I'm going to show you the other reason why I like having a water source over by my farming area. Like my little water source setup. And it's because you can go along to all of these corners if you want, and you can actually plant your sugarcane next to them. So now you have your sugarcane farm with the rest of your farm too. And it looks good. It looks cute. Style points are important. Okay, we need to make a sheep pen and a cow pen too. Gonna come over here, take all this sugarcane that's just lying here for free. Cause if it's just here and nobody's using it, it must be for me. my music stopped. I had to fix it. I didn't plant my tomatoes. I made that whole terrace and then I didn't even plant the tomatoes. Silly Becca. Yay, tomatoes. The other thing that we need to make sure we build in here is we need to build some sort of storage system. I'm not really a huge fan of having a storage system on my first floor, but I also prefer the convenience of having the storage system on the first floor. I just mean aesthetically, I prefer not to have it on the first floor. Because you notice I have all these nice evenly spaced windows, and I'm probably already going to have to remove a couple depending on where I put the fireplace. So it's already an issue of I'm going to have to take out some of the windows, which take away the natural light of everything. And I'd really rather not have to take away even more by having to put in a storage system like right here or something, because that's the only place I could really think of. Because if this is the kitchen area and this is the fireplace and then over here's a living space, and it will also need a way to get to the second floor eventually when I put that in, so that doesn't leave a lot of space except maybe in this corner to put storage. So we might have to just do a separate little shed. That's our storage shed. And it will be where we put like our bulk storage and stuff. And then we'll have our like food storage and stuff close to our kitchen and all of our little cabinetries that we're gonna make. And then I'll probably have some like miscellaneous storage in the house. This is what I mean when I'm like, the builds take on a life of their own, because I really just build to what my needs are at the time. And sometimes those needs change, and you have to go back to the drawing board, and you have to go, okay, we're gonna do an addition on the house, because turns out this house isn't big enough. Or we're gonna do our storage system in a different place, because the house doesn't have enough room for a storage system. By the way, when I say storage system, I'm not talking about like any redstone or anything like that, because I'm not that fancy. At best, I might do a copper golem storage system, but probably not, if I'm being completely honest with you. It'll probably just be a series of chests that maybe are labeled. Maybe. Person I play Minecraft with the most is probably my younger brother. And he absolutely hates my storage method because I'm a huge fan of barrels. And I will just put barrels everywhere as like decoration and storage in the same place. And then he'll be like, no, you can't put that many barrels everywhere because now I don't know where anything is because you don't label your barrels. And I'm like, of course I don't label my barrels. That would, you know, defeat the purpose of them being both decoration and storage. Is if I labeled them, then that wouldn't work. It really irritates him, but you know, that's not really my problem. Okay, so to make our stove, we also need a campfire, which means we need some logs. water bucket, and a wooden shovel. And my water bucket is currently empty. That is why I made these little source blocks. It's very misty. Why is it so misty? I didn't think it could be misty in Minecraft. Okay. Stove. Pot. Dinner is served. And now we can make meals! Probably start with something like cabbage rolls, just because they're really easy to make once you have the cabbages. We also need... I keep moving you around, buddy, and I'm sure you're sick of it, but I'm gonna move you again. You can sit on this little windowsill, maybe? Sit there for now. Need a cutting board. And then we'll need a knife. Just make a flint knife to start. Yay! Yeah, that's the start of our cooking setup. So you can see, we go up to our cutting board, and we can chop our cabbage. And then that becomes a cabbage leaf, which means we get more per cabbage. Sir! Okay, we need to start building our storage. So... we have a couple of options, because we have, like, countertops. Because I added storage delight as well. We have little drawers. So, I think I'm interested in the countertops, but we need polished andesite for that. Which I don't think I have any andesite just sitting around. Surely the stony shores should have some andesite, right? I know I'm walking past surface iron. I am aware. Do not at me right now. There's diorite up here. I'm gonna have to go in a hole just to get andesite. It's irritating. I mean when I say that the tomatoes can grow vertically. There, that's some starter food for us. We need to get the other animal pens up and going.
Hello?
Speaking of llamas. have lavender, and the tall white lavender. I don't have any emeralds though, do I? Oh, I don't. I'm sorry, bud. However, I will take your leads. Okay, let's go get some sheeps. Yay, sheeps. I am so sorry, but I don't need a brown sheep. If I can hit. Thank you. to just stare into your chest because you forget what you were looking for. Love me. Yay, friend. My tomatoes already growing. Yay. Okay, we got a little bit of food, so we're just gonna go pop in the cave real quick to see if we can find some cheeky andesite. Real quick before the stream ends. Then I'll probably make a cow pen off camera just so that we have that for next time, and then should be all. We did good today. We got some mining done. Got ourselves a little bit more established here. Cheeky bit of andesite. Maybe. Jesus, the create world? Where's all the andesite? There it is. Many mobs. It's actually rude how many mobs there are. Need to set up torches over by... Excuse me, sir. Killed my llama! I have no words. The trader's still alive. Didn't frickin' help the llama at all. Llama was probably trying to defend him. What does the llama get for his troubles? Okay then. With that, death to the family, I think we're gonna call it a day for now. We got a lot done today. We kind of finished up the frame of the house. We have some more decorating to do, but that's okay. We can take our time in doing that. We got sheet pen set up. We got iron. We got a lot done, and I think it was a productive stream. Thank you guys for tuning in, for those of you that did, and we'll see you on Friday for the next stream. So, thanks for being here. This is me, signing off. Bye!